of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I wonder if that gentleman back there could stand up and tell me who he is and why he's here. Yeah, I mean you.
I'm North, and I'm here for Verifish.
For what, Merped?
Communications Verifish.
Oh, all right. Very good. You got another one back there. Oh, all right.
I'm Marcus Redberg, and I'm here for my citizenship community verification.
Okay. Welcome. And I always throw this in when I have a couple of scouts in. You're talking to an Eagle Scout. From 1952. Whoa. Probably before your mother was born. Public comment on the agenda items. Anybody want to make public comment? Anybody? Olga, anything? No, I don't think you're on the agenda, but it doesn't matter. You know, I always let you speak. Anybody else? Public comment? No?
I'm good.
Say. Approval of previous minutes. I've never seen minutes this long. And since I just got them today, and so did the board, I'm going to...
That's fine.
I'm going to let them read it. And,
but I was out, so...
No, that's fine. I'm just saying that's why we're not going to approve them tonight. And under communications... Nancy, do you have anything under communications? I saw you with something there. Anything you want to tell the public about?
Actually, when I was at Farmers Market yesterday, which has reopened for the season, hooray, Carl Spiso gave us, there is a celebration, the 50-year anniversary gala of the West Point Highland Falls Rotary Club, which will be on Saturday, July 18th. It's a luncheon, 12 to 3, at the Hotel Fair in the Grant Ballroom. There is an RSVP that is required. You can reach out to carol.spisso, S-P-I-S-S-O, @gmail.com. Tickets are going for $85 each, but they have quite a bit that's going on during the afternoon. So it's nice to recognize the Rotary for all they've done in the community for 50 years. So that's what I had in my hands.
One little bit of news that I can talk about. Nancy and I think just as far as this room goes, we'll be reading parts of the Declaration of Independence, which will take place on Saturday. Are you with that too? No. Oh, okay.
I'm in.
You're on it too? Okay, then three of us.
Just learned how to read last week. I'm going to take advantage of it.
That'll be on Saturday, this coming Saturday, June the 27th, at 1 o'clock at the library.
And if anyone, I don't know if there are any spots left, but Ronnie Coffey, the town historian, is running that. So you are welcome to contact her if you are interested in participating in the reading on Saturday.
She was still looking for people.
Oh, good, great. So
Mark, are you doing it?
I got plans.
I'll look for
I will go.
So it should be.
Okay, financial reports. I transferred $51,346 from the consolidated account to the June 5th check run. The larger items were legal service, $8,980. Deckard Technologist for rental hotel on this hotel tax software, $8,500. That's the software that they find us all these clients that will be paying the occupancy tax. Our auditors, $8,500. Perillo Electric for work in a town hall, $6,740. VRI Environmental Service for water testing, $3,900. Then I also transferred $6,100 $522. And this would go to the Rockland County Solid Waste for April haulage, $30,344. To TAM Enterprises for service to Canterbury Road for May and June, $8,429. Beacon Recycling, single stream recycling, $6,112. Beacon Recycling's, I just said that. Orange and Rockland Electricity for May, $6,043. Diesel for sanitation trucks, it's $2,651. And there was a budget transfer of $150 from the records management training to the records management training, which was over budget, which our town clerk went to.
Yeah, it's coming from the town clerk training going to records management.
Right, yeah. I had numbers, and I don't think anybody would care to hear the numbers. Okay, board liaisons.
Supervisor,
reports.
on
Yes.
that budget transfer, I'm sure Kelly would probably want a motion.
Okay, I need a motion to accept the budget transfer that were transferred $150 from which account? What?
Town clerk training to records management training.
Good, thank you.
Motion. I'll second it.
Roll call, please. No,
Motion?
you don't need a roll call.
Like me to?
No, that's right, we don't need that. Do we need a roll call? We don't need a roll call. Good.
Aye.
All in favor? Aye.
As always, Mr. King is faster than me, so I had a second.
And to the two Boy Scouts out there, you may have noticed already, we run a rather casual meeting, but we do sometimes get very serious, and especially when we're spending money and don't want to, but we try to be friendly and casual. And board liaison reports, Nancy Sporbat, Councilwoman.
Sure. So what I have since last meeting, the Zoning Board of Appeals and the Consolidated Planning Board both met last week. The Zoning Board of Appeals had one project that was on the agenda, and that is the Shades Park project, 447 to 457 Main Street. They continue to go over the request for variances. They're not ready to set a public hearing. Hopefully at next month's meeting, they will have resolved. They were asking for some interpretations that came in a little bit late, so everyone was not prepared at the same time. They're going to come back in a month, and then they will set a public hearing for the variances that they're requesting on the Shades Park project. So that was Zoning Board of Appeals. That's all that was on there. Consolidated Planning Board was busy as well. The Grace Baptist Church on Old State Road was approved to turn what had been a residential property into additional parking for the church. So if you know where it is on Old State Road, pretty much almost directly across from it, there is a property that they're going to turn into recreation area. They're going to have a gazebo there or something. So that was approved for them, so they are good to move on with that. Then River Chain Associates continues to talk about a 31-lot planned residential development behind Villa Parkway. So you can think of behind the Little League field and behind those houses that go on Villa Parkway. Their plan continues. They're still talking with the planning board, and a lot of it was about drainage, because there's a lot of water that stands there and goes all through Villa Parkway, right, and then down onto Eora. So talk about egress, how many entrances you're going to have, and, you know, you have to have turnaround that's large enough for the fire truck to be able to turn around in a project like that. Is there parking for everybody? Will they allow on-street parking? So they still continue, they're still in the planning stage. They want to get all of these things right before they bring it before the zoning board, if they have to. Along with the other projects that we've been doing, that the village and the town that have been going through the process, it looks like this is the first development of its kind in the village, like a planned community development, which has its own kind of set of rules, because by design, houses are closer to each other and different things happen. So it sounds like the village will have to address that specific project as part of what could happen again if somebody has a big enough piece of property, but a planned community development. So that work continues. They did that. So Grace Baptist, theirs was involved the public hearing. There was no public comment, so that's why that was able to go through. MJRM Management, which is 441 Main Street, which is to the left of Bean and Barrel. So if Navy Federal is here on this side of the driveway, it's the building that is on the other side of that. They want to add a third floor, and they were, with a few minor adjustments, they are ready to proceed with that, because they're going to have parking back there specifically for their tenants that are going to be in there, because now they're going to have third floor and you need so many parking spaces. And they talked about, there was some discussion about the right-of-way that go,
Yep.
A lot of these properties have been owned for a long time, right? And so they're trying to get those out. And they talked about things like a gate, and again, for the fire department to be able to have access to that property. So that continues. And then Fort Map LLC in the old Rockwell building has, I think again, with very minor adjustments that they have to do in their site map, they continue on. They have been, they've been through the planning board process. I don't think they're going to zoning. They've done whatever they needed to do, right? They're going on. Now that is the cannabis processing facility that's going to go in there. So the beat goes on. That's everything I have.
That's everything you got. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Councilman King.
Excuse me. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. And good evening, everyone at home. Just a few notes. And first and foremost, we're going to say we had a phenomenal 10th year anniversary for our Juneteenth celebration here in the town of Highlands. What a great Saturday it was. And so parade started down at South Gate area, the vicinity of South Gate is where we lined up at. We had the participation from many elements in the community, but one of the ones we all enjoy most is the Buffalo Soldiers Motorcycle Club was there, leading the way once again. So thank you to them for coming out, and they were there from the beginning. Secondly, the police force of both the village of Highland Falls and town of Highlands couldn't do this without you, so thank you all. All the volunteers that would put this thing together, starting with Miss Ann Molina, excuse me, and Miss Dee Dee Marino. They led the charge, and all the others. And we had a phenomenal guest speaker from Westchester County Community College. The actual president of the college was our guest speaker. So, Juneteenth is in the books, 10 years. So thank you to everyone.
And I'd like to say congratulations on putting on a good show.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so next up, emergency management, disaster preparedness. Okay, we now officially in the month of June, summer that is. We've been in June, but official summer started when? Yesterday?
Yesterday, I believe.
And already we're talking about thunderstorms. So be mindful that this evening, if you haven't figured it out, it's going to be raining all the way until tomorrow. We got some high winds expected, thunderstorms, so be safe. But in terms of a meeting, we're thinking about Friday, June 26th. I talked to the ambulance corps captain. I'm going to talk with Chief briefly after this. And we want to get as many people as possible Friday, either at the ambulance corps or the senior center. More to follow. I'll pin that down, but we're going to have a meeting on Friday. And that's all I have.
Councilman Sullivan?
I wasn't ready. I thought he had a longer version coming up here, so. Great parade.
I yield the remainder of my time to you.
Great parade. And by the way, this Westchester Community College president, Belinda Miles.
Yes.
She's got rhythm. She was dancing with that jazz band you had up there, and I told her I'm thinking of enrolling back in college after watching that whole thing. So that was a very nice event. So you see there's a vacant chair over there. I'd like to congratulate Mr. Michael Leahy. His daughter is graduating from 8th grade tonight. It is his daughter, right? I don't remember her name.
Yes.
So he's tied up with that. Congratulations to him. And I'll start my report with water. So last meeting, I reported the month of May, we average a very low 64,000 gallons a day, which is good. Yesterday, we used 104,000 gallons. And on Saturday, we had 6 users who each of which used over 2,500 gallons in a 24-hour period for sprinkler systems. So, I mean, we're not in a drought. Bog Meadow was down 5 inches the other day. This rain probably brought it right back up to the top. But we do not have an infinite supply of water. And last year, we sent out memos with the October water billings on sprinklers. I would just ask people to use prudence in utilizing sprinklers, because if we get into August, whatever happens, and people are using 2,000 gallons a day, we're gonna have to do something about it. So I would just ask people to be prudent with their water use for that purpose. VRI contacted me, and in the village of Highland Falls, they're going to be flushing hydrants on the 20th. I don't mean to speak on the village's behalf. So they asked me if they wanted us to be done the week after that. Being that that serves up water, Bob and I spoke and agreed that that would be a good thing for them to do it at no extra charge. It's part of the service. So on the week of the 27th, it takes them 3 days. I would expect them to be flushing in the town outside the village after the village is done. On the DPW, something I failed to email people is last year, about 6 months ago, we had a resolution on the McCormick Way up at the cemetery. That sign, we have it, that is not installed yet, but it will be dedicated, I think it's 11 o'clock on Saturday, July the 18th. I believe they have kin coming in from California, so that's a date that was chosen. There's time before that, so I'll bring it up again, and I'll send out an email, but that's a tentative date, is July the 18th. With the DPW, you may have noticed going up toward the Torn, there's a couple of catch basins we put in and some road crossings that they did. Those road crossings are not easy. They have to maintain traffic and, control it and all that. And so along with that work, which is FEMA work, you have this obligation we have to, I don't know who it is to, Bob, the DEC or the MS4 thing. You've had a couple of guys for a week now out with diamond maps, which I'm glad we got diamond maps 4 years ago. It's easy to use. It gives them a medium into which to put data. So they're going to every outflow that we have. They're measuring drain pipes, what size they are, at a not surveyed level. It's not to within a centimeter. And I think they have another day or two of doing that. Then we have to process it. I think that has to be in by next Tuesday. So they're getting the data, and if we didn't have diamond maps, we would not be able to do this. So that, at least have a medium into which to put that stuff.
And the reason we have diamond maps is because of you. Go
Well,
ahead.
it's
Go ahead.
$400 a year for unlimited users, so it's a wonderful thing.
because of you.
Well, thank you. So I believe we'll meet the time frame of next Tuesday for that project. And as we approach budget time, not to make anybody panic or anything, we have a couple of garbage trucks. We have the small one, Edwin's truck number 69, that needs a body. And I think I don't know if they spoke with you or not, I think the people looking to put a body on it need some type of a commitment from us. I'm not quite sure of the details. That truck is okay. It's a 2016 or 17. The body's got to go. And that's the little one that goes down all the small roads. Edwin usually uses that truck. We have a couple of other trucks we're going to have to talk about as we go into budget season. And so that's kind of my report on the DPW. Sewer, I have not spent a lot of time down at the plant. We have a lot of things coming. Is Dancing Dancing Under the Stars going to be down there this year at
don't
my
know.
dock park?
I haven't heard anything.
Okay, I thought they mentioned it a while back. Nonetheless, the sewer plant is running great. You can go down there. There's no foul aroma. There's people down there all the time hanging out. So no problem there. People want to recreate down there. There's no issues with that. The plant is running great and it's being well maintained. Behind my house on Garrison Pond, I've had some people ask. So of course we have the swans. We had 5 of them hatch this year. We're down to 2. They either get taken in by turtles, foxes, coyotes, or they go over the spillway. We've had all that happen. So there's 3 of them now, and Solitude has been treating that lake. We pay about $9,000 a year for that. It's a wildlife potpourri down there. You have cormorants, you have blue herons, you have ospreys at sea diving down for fish, the swans, a couple of geese. The male swan makes it his mission in life to chase geese 24/7. He can't catch them, but he never quits. Can you imagine going through life that way? So anyway, the lake is in good shape, and the people, you can't swim in it, but if you want to go down there and fish, you have to be a town resident. It's a wonderful place to go do that. For the building department, I read off the report for the stats for the month of May at the last meeting. I know at last Monday's village board meeting, I believe Philip had 9 violations that went to public hearings there. I didn't watch the meeting to know how they were all reconciled. I know you have like 52 West Street and a couple other ones that are repeat offenders that they had come up there. So that's a lot of work, and I hope that went well. And on the recreational note, the Fort Montgomery Battle Site, last Saturday, there was almost too many events. There was a lot of events last Saturday. So it was a Juneteenth event, which was wonderful. Olga had Together We Build up at the Holy Innocents up there. The Fort Montgomery Battle Site, which I'm involved with, had a wood joinery demonstration down there. And I believe it was Family Fun Day, right down at Seatown. Did they do it down there? I believe.
Yeah, customer appreciation.
Oh, is that what that was? Okay. So Family Fun Day didn't happen yet?
That was 2 weeks
That was
before.
2, yeah.
Oh, 2 weeks before.
You
I'm
were
always the
away.
last.
It was the prior.
I'm always the last to know.
You
All
were
right.
away.
Okay. Bob mentioned it. This Saturday at 1 o'clock at the Highland Falls Library are going to be a bunch of us reading a line or 2 out of the Declaration of Independence, accompanied by the Woodbury historian, who's an established celloist, Alex Przintas, if I said his name right. He's going to be there playing the cello while we're doing this. So I think it'll be a pretty cool and groovy event. And I want to say, on June 13th, I wasn't in town. Our friend Frank Taylor made a presentation on George Washington's Army in Your Backyard. It was a good one. He has bits and pieces of the video that I hope to get loaded up to our Town of Highlands Facebook, the Mark site, the history page, in the not-too-distant future. Did you go to that presentation? With Frank's?
I was in Nicholson, Pennsylvania.
Okay, well, I was in Elwood City, Pennsylvania,
I
so.
attended. It was outstanding.
I have 37 minutes of it, and I hope to help them to get it, the full thing on. And also, at a sit and chat prior to that, on Edwin Mearns, if I said his name right, his first name. Dr. David Baker had a sit and chat, which was wonderful. It was a full hour. That will be on YouTube and on the Town of Highlands History site soon also. I haven't finished processing it. And just my final thing, last meeting sitting there was Timmy Dunnery, who talked about, he was very patient the whole meeting, and he talked about how his car had a bent rim from driving through Fort Montgomery on 9W. So on Saturday, Ty attracts a lot of fancy people. He had Mr. Rikas there for that, and we caught his ear and told him that our road is pretty beat up down there. So the seed has been planted, and for anybody that cares to go, he's got an open house in his new office in Central Valley, I think this Wednesday evening. I don't know the address or anything. I'm sure you can find that online. That's all I have.
Thank you. Thank you. Chief, you have anything? You do not, huh? Justin, you...
I think you have the resolution
Yes.
on the agenda.
Suppose you tell us what that resolution's all about.
Certainly. So for years and years and years, the town has been participating in the Community Development Block Grant Program and the Urban County Qualification. And that is an accumulation of Orange County communities that all track these projects in the same way through the county, and therefore the funding gets split in various manners. You've been doing it for years. The federal calendar runs on a 3-year renewal cycle, so that would be for 27, 28, and 29. This would just authorize the extension of the existing agreement that you have with Orange County.
Do I have a motion to authorize continuation of the municipal agreement with Orange County in connection with the Community Development Block Grant Program?
Motion?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Sullivan?
Aye.
Councilmember King?
Aye.
Councilmember Swarger?
Aye.
Supervisor Livesey?
Aye. Okay. Prior to coming up here, we interviewed a gentleman to be hired as a police officer. This gentleman has an awful lot of, qualifications. It's really nice getting these gentlemen here, and we'll say retirees from NYPD, and this gentleman's retired from a couple of different places. Not retired, has served in a couple of different police departments. He interviewed very well, was very friendly, and I think he surprised us by some of the things he did with the Yorktown Police Department. So I'll ask for a motion to hire Jason Swart as a police officer in the town of Highlands at the union rate and 1 year of probation.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Thank you. And before we go into, I got one more thing too. West Point Rotary is having their Storm King Run, as usual, the 15th annual. It's on Sunday, August the 23rd. And net proceeds from the run will be put into the Rotary Scholarship Fund, which provides funding for college for college and high school students. I'm asking the board permission to approve plans for the Storm King Run.
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, I'll sign this and get this off to him. Okay, before we get into general public comment, for the benefit of our two scouts, okay, this town board meeting is similar to every town board meeting we have. You have 4 councilmen and a town supervisor. We need at least 3, be me and 2 others, or 3 councilmen, to have an official meeting. Also at the meeting, we have our attorney. He represents us at every meeting. Our chief represents us, our police chief represents us at every meeting. Our town clerk takes the minutes. And the young lady in the back she records, and also this is on YouTube, live on YouTube. Now, for our scouts, are there any questions? No? Nothing? Any questions? Yes,
Can I
ma'am.
ask one?
You're not a scout.
I'm a scout mom.
Oh, okay.
So it's interesting for the merit badge that he's working on, it's citizenship in the community. And one of the issues that we've been seeing, both of these scouts live on West Point. And I think we can say that one of the things that we see rising is the use of e-scooters and e-bikes in the community by the youth. And some children are following rules of the road and some aren't. And I don't know if that's something that you've dealt with here in town and what you've done to address that, if it has been an issue. So I don't.
This is the first I'm hearing of it as an
Okay.
issue, so we'll address it if we see it.
Okay.
For sure.
I know it's
I
something
can't
that.
speak for what happens on West Point grounds, but in the town, it hasn't been an issue.
Okay. Thank you.
Just to mention something, though, so for the scouts that are here, if you look at this flag to my right, your left, that's on the wall, it says the town of Highlands, and then underneath you see the places which make up the town of Highlands: Bear Mountain, Fort Montgomery, Highland Falls, and West Point. I happen to live on West Point too, by the way. So these things are things that we could get after, ma'am, if we have the communication, which I know the chief and the PMO and the Village of Highland Falls Chief of Police oftentimes talk to one another to address these common issues if there's concern.
Anyone have anything else for the scouts? Yeah, no?
One thing for the scouts, we have 4 council members, not all councilmen.
Anyone else, public comment? Sir, did you have anything? No? Okay. Olga? I'm going to miss hearing something from you.
No, I think you've heard enough from me for a while. But there's stuff coming, but
Okay.
I'll wait.
And I'll ask for a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.